What's popping, people? This is Ghetto Fish 360, and this video today is all about how often do you do a water change on your tanks. If it's your one tank or your multiple tanks, what's your process of doing it, and what stock do you have in your tank? Like, obviously I have Central American fish in the big tank. I like a once a week do 50% water change, but I've been guilty. I've left this for 2 weeks and this is what the heat's done to the tank. It's been crazy. I've only turned the heating on the tank today and it's just evaporated, just disappeared. So this will be getting a water change tomorrow, so I'll probably do a 30% on that. But yeah, what do you guys use? Do anyone still do the old-fashioned way with the buckets, which even thinking about doing my whole room with buckets is gives me the creeps. I do mine by hose. I bought a new hose today. I got my other one, so I got one for taking the water out and this one to fill it up. So I've got the tap, is it tap or gun with it, so I can turn the water on and off because it's been a pain in the ass. But that's how I fill my tanks up. I drain mine out with a big hose. I think it's about 1.25 inches. Yeah, I think it's about 1.25 inches. Water comes out so quickly. Like, the big tank takes probably, I would say personally, just under, if you want to do 50%, under 5 minutes. The bottom tank obviously a little bit longer because of gravity, because it's at the bottom. Normally when it gets halfway, it's a bit of a bastard. So I try to keep that tank more clean than everything. And yeah, going back again to my questions. If you guys could leave a comment, that would be great. I'd like to know what you guys do and what's your methods, and if there's any quicker way of doing it. I would love to have a water change system where it does it itself. That would be amazing, but I don't know. I think that takes the fun out of the hobby. I think the days that you do a water change, I think that's part of the fun. And anyone that says that is you're lazy, go suck some donkey balls, as I say. But yeah, get back to my comments. Oh, I can't believe how dirty this tank's got. Since we had that mad heat wave, these sponges, I jet sprayed these sponges just about a month ago, and they look like they haven't been cleaned in like months. They're filthy. I jet sprayed all the other sponges. I can show you some of the others that I've jet sprayed. That one up there looking good. My polar blues. I'll do a video on them, guys. I've got a pair up there, but I'm getting another one that's at my cousin's house that's so big. Got a Donkey Kong on his head. This tank here, sponge, no problem. Down here, my African tanks, even my Africans, that tank down there, the sponge is super clean. So I jet sprayed these about a month ago. So with that heat wave, I don't know what happened. It must be where they're bigger fish, or I don't know. They look horrible. So this is why I like doing water changes, probably once a week. And that's the other question as well. How often do you people like clean your filtration? Do you know what I mean? I always got told that it's never good to do the filtration and then do the water change at the same time. I've always been told that's not a good idea. So what do you guys do? Do some of you go crazy like how my Uncle Martin, and anyone watches my video you know who Uncle Martin is? Like my Auntie Sharon, they used to take everything out of the tank and literally bleach the items in the dishwasher, and I used to sit there with like just in shock mode. For some weird reason the fish gravitated to it, so it was like whoa. And so I don't know. I think maybe the fish got right to the conditions, but I don't think it was right. I was always telling them all the time you're doing it wrong. But you know what older people are like, they're very stubborn. And anyone who knows my Uncle Martin, he is the epiphany of stubborncy. But yeah, I'm interested how people do it. And I'd love to see people who does it automatic water change. That would be amazing. I like to understand that a bit more, and even like the sub on the tank with the water. I just want everyone to come and comment and just give me your opinion on how you guys do it, and also how would you do mine. How would you do a water change at mine? I've got 8 tanks. Like the best way I do it is the hose, big 1.25 inch, vroom 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 vroom, and then literally the hose back in there. Now I've got this one. I can start emptying. I can't even say that word at the moment. I'll start emptying the tanks, and then I'll start filling them at the same time. Which I don't know. I might need 2 people to do that. I don't fancy doing it on my own, so I reckon I'll forget and flood my flat. But yeah, this video is all about the water change. If I've wobbled on a bit too much, that's Ghetto Fish 360. And yeah, some of these guys, these sin spillins. This one here, this one's not even a sin. This is a half sin spillin, half ventristry. His dad's here, big Negan, big boy. I got him about 1 inch long, and he's about nearly 12 inches now. He's big fat head. But these guys have been actually doing quite well together. I haven't had no deaths. Actually, that's a tell a lie. I had my plecos in here, and for some weird reason, I had 2 plecos in there. They were about nearly a good 8 inches, and yeah, some weird reason they killed them. I've never really had problems with plecos before, but this group of fish, I personally think it's the Sinspillins being a bit of arseholes, and then the parrotfish jumping on board. But I'm still quite shocked by that. And also looking into the tank, which I can notice there's only 2 yellow labs. So yes, this process is started. This is a perfect example to show everyone that mixing cichlids, African, Centrals and South together is not a good idea. Yes, it might work short term, but in this tank alone, I'm gonna have to take these labs out. In this tank alone, I had about 10 boys. I'm now down to 2. Obviously, I should have done it a bit more earlier, but hey ho, I didn't want to keep the boys that much, and the shops are not taking them, which is really strange. Which goes to my other video, which is about hybrid cichlids and how the trade is. So check that video. I'm going to do that video probably tomorrow. Can't really be bothered to do it right now because I'm playing a bit of Starfield. I love this game. Been waiting for this game forever. And yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, it's got me thinking now. These guys, look, I keep telling people all the time, don't mix your fish with Centrals and stuff like that and Africans. Long term, look what these guys have done. Annihilated. Obviously, you got give and take on the aggression and the temperament, but I'll do another video about that another time. But yeah, guys, get back to me, make a comment, let me know what you do for water change and what's your filtration system. Obviously, mine's sponge. Everything is sponge. I used to have canisters, but I don't know. I just found it a bit more harder work. I think I found this much more easier to water change this 50% and clean the sponges once probably a month, which don't take no more than 5 minutes. Also, it stops the fact of the matter that if anyone has had a canister leaking before, can you imagine a canister leaking from this tank all over my floor? Oh my god, that'd be the worst nightmare. I think that's part of the reason why I got rid of them as well. I'm being a bit paranoid. But I prefer this. As I said, I think it's part of the hobby. Get stuck in, clean the sponges, and yeah, I love it, as they say, but I don't love it. I think everyone loves water change day, but they don't. Oh, got the lights done, just need to get the flaps. But yeah, Ghetto Fish 360, would do a longer video. Kind of done this in a bit of a spontaneous one because I know I just need to get the video out there, otherwise I'm just going to vegetate on it. So this may sound bunch of rumble bumble, but I think you get the idea and the question where I'm trying to come out, guys. Anyway, this is Ghetto Fish 360, and enough love, and next time you see this tank, it shall be clean.